Hi, this is Richard from Original Outdoors, and this isn't a fire lighting tutorial, but don't turn away just yet. Okay, so whenever I'm teaching anybody the arts of firecraft from the very basics, I always teach it as two distinct phases, two distinct skills. The first phase is ignition. That's how you make your first self-sustaining flame. So whether it's from a match or a lighter or a ferro rod or an ember into a bundle of natural tinder, it doesn't matter. It's how you make that first flame. The second phase is the architecture. This is how you arrange your kindling, how you arrange your firewood, feather sticks, whatever it is. It's how you arrange all of that and stack it and lay it out so that you can then have that develop into a fire that does what you want it to do. These are two distinct phases, and we always separate them out on the courses as two distinct skills. The key point is that you can carry easily, with very little penalty in the way of weight and cost and space, several different ways of reliably making that ignition phase, of making that first sustainable flame. You can scatter those different ways throughout your kit, in your rucksack, in your first aid kit, in different bags within the canoe or in the vehicle, so that if you lose one set of kit, you don't lose all of your ways of making fire. You can make careful choices about your packing and how you put stuff together, but it doesn't take much effort or work to have several reliable ways of making fire with you when you head out into the woods. There are some methods of getting to that initial flame which are interesting enough but really impractical in the real world. We sometimes do demonstrations like this with chemical firelighting on some of the courses. To be honest, it is really just there to show the technique, and you're very unlikely to be able to use it in real life. However, some of our instructors do quite like it. Woohoo! And with a bit of skill, experience, and possibly a little luck, you can also gather natural materials together and try and make the initial flame that way. You have several options open to you, but they all pretty much get you to the same place. So moving on to the other side of things with this architecture thing, you realise you've got to bring together quite a few diverse skills to be able to find dry wood of the right size for each stage of the fire, and to be able to find it in all conditions, and find it when it's wet, find it when it's cold, be able to light a fire quickly when your hands are cold, using the minimal effort, and be able to do something that uses as few resources as possible to achieve as much as you can. There's a lot of things to juggle all at the same time there, and that's why it's a completely separate skill. So that's about all there is, really. You've got two distinct halves to firecraft. You've got ignition and architecture. Everyone spends a lot of time learning and playing around with that ignition phase, making that first flame. And it doesn't matter how good you are at making that first self-sustaining flame, if you're no good at that second half, at the architecture, then it's all for nothing, and you're not going to get the fire you want and the fire you need. So for as much time as you spend learning and practicing and developing new ways of making that first flame, that ignition phase, then spend as much time on learning how to construct fire lays that are suitable for the type of fire you want, how big it is, how much heat you want to put out from it, whether it's for cooking or for light or for protection or whatever it is, and how that works with the materials you have to hand. The environment you're going to be working in, is it going to be very damp? Is it going to be very cold? Are you going to be trying to light it in the snow or on the snow? There are so many variables there that can affect that second stage, and that second stage needs to be good. It needs to be properly prepared, otherwise hours spent sawing away with a bow drill to get one tiny ember that you put into your carefully gathered pile of dry birch bark and old man's beard and whatever it is, even if you get all of that right and you blow it into a flame and you feel so proud, if the second bit, the bit you're actually putting it to, the firewood, the kindling, everything else is crap, then that first bit, all that hard work was for absolutely nothing. So that's what I want you to take away. For as much time as you spend practicing with different fire lighting techniques, practice building the actual fire, practice the fire lay, practice sourcing dry materials and making your feather sticks and whatever it is. So thank you for watching. This video is part of our courses run under the EST Framework. If you want to find out more about this and about our other courses, and also find out a little bit more about who we are and what we do, then you can go along to our website, which is originaloutdoors.co.uk. If you stay on our YouTube channel, then you'll see we've got more gear reviews, articles, some longer videos showing some of our adventures, but there's a lot more on the website. If you want to like this video and subscribe to the channel, that really helps out. It helps our videos reach a wider audience. But if you just want to watch this video and then carry on to the next one, well, that's fine too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.